Now I'm going to describe what I recognize as the popular paradigm of non-duality. I'm going to describe it as the paradigm of the glass bowl. The visual sense especially lends itself to the notion that awareness is a large glass bowl in which everything is contained. Imagine that everything you are seeing at this moment is contained within a large glass bowl that is your awareness. The bowl even includes your physical body dangling beneath at the periphery of your vision. What I refer to as simply witnessing appearances is rather like this. Sensory impressions come and go the way a fish might swim back and forth within the glass bowl. Even your thoughts and emotions can be regarded as objects within the bowl, not quite visible as physical objects, but perhaps analogous to the temperature and alkalinity of the water in the bowl. The glass of the bowl is as clear as the water itself, conveying the impression that there is no distinct border between the bowl and its content. If I relax sufficiently, I can simply witness appearances in the way I just described, in the paradigm of the glass bowl. Relaxation is a learned technique. Relaxation involves a divestment of subtle internal energy, initially from external activities, and then progressively divestment from internal activities. Someone who is skilled at relaxation can engage in outward occupations while relaxed. They've learned to calm themselves, to divest energy from internal activities such as hyperactive thinking and emotional reactions. They're still thinking, but not as strongly. They still experience emotions, but not as strongly. They're less likely to get carried away by emotional reactions. They are less invested in the process of thinking, less invested emotionally, and consequently less identified as a personality. They remain a personality, of course, but less of their internal energy is invested in the preoccupations that typically drive the ordinary personality. There are obvious benefits to this kind of relaxation. Okay? It has immediate appeal. When a person is sufficiently relaxed, he becomes mellow, even friendly, seemingly in greater possession of himself, seemingly exercising greater restraint or self-control. But relaxation is not self-mastery. A sportsman who withdraws from the arena has not mastered his opponent. The uncarved block is not a work of art. The man who learns to relax sufficiently has not mastered the personality. He has withdrawn his opportunity to exercise his potential. This is a very important point. Relaxation deflates potential. Relaxation maintains itself with a kind of inert momentum. Relaxation insulates itself from change. It tends to reinforce its perspective at the expense of what would disturb it. And this leads to value assessments about divestment over investment. If an exercise or investment of energy would engage the individual in such a way as to upset the bowl, then that investment is deemed wrong. In fact, anything that would overturn the inert glass bowl is dismissed as false. Therefore, non-action becomes the catchphrase and trademark of this paradigm. Within the glass bowl, I will attribute characteristics to it that it does not properly possess. I will conclude that the bowl is awareness itself, and that everything within the bowl is also awareness itself. The first part of this conclusion is based on the tendency of my visual perception to accept this notion that awareness contains everything. The second part of the conclusion is based on the transparency of the bowl itself that conveys the illusion of no border between the bowl and its content. This is also analogous to how you can't find a little man within your head when you search for a perceiver or self. The conclusion that there is no self is based on the lack of recognizing the bowl for what it is, a bowl. The bowl in this analogy is the waking, healthy body, especially the visual sense, but including the process of sensory awareness generally. There is no self within the bowl. Okay? There is no development within the bowl, only stasis. Everything is one within the bowl, and there is no bowl. This is what I perceive as the popular notion of non-duality, the paradigm of non-duality. It's a mistaken paradigm. It's a mistaken explanation. The evidence does not support it. I would say it's bad for two reasons. One reason is it stumps conscious development. And what I mean by conscious development I explain in my series on the force of consciousness and the laws of conscious development. Another reason why this glass bowl paradigm is bad is because it's a false paradigm. It is a mistaken perception of reality. And if we're going to understand the truth, we need to recognize what we are and what we're doing, and not entertain false conclusions.